Okay, today guys, firstly let me introduce, I'm not even going to introduce you anymore in any future videos. You're just going to introduce yourself.
You got to know who I am by now, and if you don't, it's Shah Talks, other half, Mr. Riyari, the one and only.
Right. I know you can see the title of the video, but he's here because my memory's it needs a bit of jogging, right? And so does his, because it was 9 months ago.
It was 9 months
ago. I had my baby girl, so bear with us if we're trying to remember on the spot. So yeah, today's video is all about my labor story. It's been long overdue. I've been saying to him nearly every day, like for the past few months, I need to record this video. I need to record because I just want to get this pregnancy, documentation, pregnancy videos, content out for you guys before I have another baby, because that's not in plans, that's not in works. Okay, but just saying, it's been taking a while. Baby girl was 2 weeks overdue. Yeah, first of all, she was 2 weeks overdue. But obviously leading up to that point, she was meant to be due on, do you remember the date? 7th. 7th
of November.
I'm sure it was. So she was meant to be born on the 7th of November, right? And then we kind of thought, working out the dates, maybe she's meant to be on the 15th. Yeah, maybe she's actually meant to be born on the 15th of November. 15th comes now. Then I go to my appointments and regular checkups and whatever, because obviously I'm overdue now, innit? So they're telling me, okay, if it gets to another week and she's still not here, we want to induce you. Induce simply means speed up the process of giving birth. That can be medicated. There's all different types of being induced ways, right? I said, no, please, like, give me time. I want this to happen naturally. So cool. That Friday, what would that be?
That would have been the 19th.
Friday the 19th now, baby girl's still not here. So I had a doctor's appointment at the hospital in the morning, let's say around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, right? So me and him go there to it, and I already knew they wanted to induce me, right? So the doctor said to me, or the nurse, she was like, okay, we want to induce you because she's long overdue now. Like, we don't want any complications. And obviously to me, I'm just like, as soon as I hear complications, I'm like, right, okay, this is serious now. I need to consider it. So then I was like to her, please let this be, like, please let me go home and see if she comes naturally, if the contractions start naturally, please. If it doesn't happen by later on tonight or tomorrow morning, I will come back and be induced. She said, cool, that's fine. And literally soon, even in the hospital, right, I was having contractions.
Yeah.
Me not knowing, well, I knew it was different to Braxton Hicks, which was different types of pain.
Because they did check you, and they checked how dilated you was and stuff.
I can't remember.
Yeah, no, they did. I remember, because you had that machine thing.
I had the machine on me, on my belly, no?
Yeah, that you press to try and...
Oh yeah.
Do you what's that called?
I don't know. Is that when you press whenever you feel something?
Yeah, so you stick it on you.
Was that day?
That was that day.
But anyways, I started feeling contractions literally within like a few minutes of leaving the hospital, right? And I was like to Amazi, like, I think this is contractions because it's a bit it's a bit of a sticky one. So I can't even explain what the pain feels like, but I'll try later on. So yeah, I'm feeling contractions now, and then I get home. They're getting more and more, like, I would say intense, but they're still like, I'm still able to deal with them basically, innit? So obviously I've heard that you go in for a walk will bring them on more. And although I didn't want to feel more pain, I was like, I'm ready to get this baby girl out naturally, innit? Like, forget being induced, forget all of that. So cool, me and his mum go to a shopping centre, which is like 10-15 minutes away from us. And we walk there, and we're walking around the shopping centre, and I'm feeling pain. And his mum is very sociable, so she knows a lot of people. So she's there stopping every 5 minutes, talking to people, saying hello to the shopkeeper. And I'm just there also stopping because I'm in pain. But I'm like to her, like, I feel things. She's like, it's fine, let's walk, let's keep walking. So we keep walking, whatever. It's getting real like intense now, innit? But still I can handle it. So we make our way home now, because I'm like, no, I said to her, like, this is getting a bit painful now. I want to like kind of go home. So we make our way home now. and then we're at home. Was you at home?
No, I think I remember coming into the house, but I don't know where I was. Where was I?
Maybe here. Maybe you was at the studio. I don't know. So the pain was coming stronger and stronger, right? And this was probably about 3 p.m., 4 p.m. And I was like to Amazi, I want to go to the hospital because this is I can't deal with this. So I had the machine, the TENS machine, which is a machine you put on your back, and it kind of helps with the contractions. You're meant to press it, and it sends some sort of vibration when you're having the pain. I don't know how it works, but I had that on. And it was kind of helping, but then they were getting more and more intense. I couldn't really stand up. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself, basically. I was sitting down, standing up, walking around, all of that stuff. So then I was actually, we need to go to the hospital.
I remember, because I came to the house late-ish, where it was dark outside. And then I've got the video of you, which we'll probably insert, of her just with the what's it called? TENS machine. TENS machine. It was hilarious.
I didn't know you had that.
I've got a video.
In the hospital?
At home.
Oh my God.
So this is before we go to the hospital. Shah was ready. She thought, like...
This is it. This is it. I said, I'm in
so
pain.
close. Like, yeah.
I said, I'm in pain. We need to go to the hospital. I'm giving birth now, Mazi. It's going to happen anytime now.
Little did she know. She
was like, no. I was in for a ride. We all were. So cool. We phoned up the host. We phoned up the host. They hosted us, We phoned up the hospital, and they were basically like, how time it.
Yeah, the time
if you feel like it's getting closer or whatever, more and more intense, come into the hospital. So cool, we waited maybe 10, 15 minutes. I said, no, let's go. Got to the hospital now, you go to triage. So that's the bit where they kind of look at you and assess whether you need to go to the main ward, right? So cool. We got to the reception of the triage. Tell me why we were waiting there for at least, 2-3 hours?
Yeah.
And these times it's all a blur. The blur has already started for me. So I'm in so much pain. I was trying to hold it in, but then I saw, hold on, they're not even doing nothing. Like, so I basically started screaming. Like, I was screaming, I was crying. Every time I got a contraction, like, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I literally was in so much pain, and they weren't doing nothing. They were just chill, and there was other patients there just looking, other patients in pain, and I was just like, is this normal? Like, why are they not helping me? I could be ready to give birth right here, right now. They don't even know. They haven't checked me yet. So cool. Eventually, after 2 hours of waiting, they see me. So a nurse. A nurse measured me, see how many centimeters I was dilated, right? So obviously, I'm in intense pain. So I'm expecting, big numbers now. Like, obviously, first time giving birth, I don't know what to expect. But so she measured me now, and she was like, I'm full. At first, what did she? Because his story is different to what I remember. So
she said she was 2 centimeters dilated, which is basically like you should just be at yard.
I should basically be at home. It's not just labor. Yeah, you're in labor, but it hasn't fully started. So
but what she done next was hilarious. So you're 2 centimeters dilated, and obviously Shah's in pain, screaming, crying, whatever.
And I was upset. I was like, 2 centimeters.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God, is that it? And then the woman then said like, oh no, 1 second, don't worry. 3, 4, you're ready to go upstairs. So I'll let you judge what this means.
What was the nurse doing? I don't even know. So she went back up there and said, I'm 4 centimeters.
Within seconds, like she just decided.
We didn't question it. We said, okay, cool, I'm actually 4 centimeters. So cool. We went upstairs now.
To another nurse. Who had the information that she was 4 centimeters.
We actually went into the room.
It was very nice. It was the room you wanted.
We went into the water bath room, right? So I wanted a water bath. The pool was there, the hot tub, whatever you want to call it. The tub was there. There was music in the background,
nice lights
playing,
and stuff,
nice lights. Like, the atmosphere was so calm, and I'm gonna insert a video because at this point I was doing gas and air, and that gas and air finished me.
This girl was done. Well done, Shah. Well done.
I loved it though because it was, I don't know what it was. I think it was all a blur. Like,
she's got energy for her pictures.
anyone that's been in that situation, pregnant and giving birth, everything is just so hazy. Like you're just like in a dream, right? Until the contractions come and you're in pain. But I was doing the gas and air, cool. That was helping a bit. I think it's a bit of a blur for me, but the lights were down, whatever. And she asked me if I wanted, I think it's pethidine or something like that. Basically, it's an injection in your leg that makes you a bit sleepy. It makes you a bit calm, and it makes you a bit, you can rest a little bit. It doesn't take the pain away totally, but you can rest a little bit. It's not as intense. So I said, yes, give me that, because I'm in pain. So cool, she gave me that. I was chilled out for maybe a few hours. The time was going slow but fast at the same time. So a few hours and hours were going by. Then she came back to measure me. She
never measured her, by the way, when we walked into the room, innit? Because that's what the other nurse done.
Yeah.
So she just assumed she's on 4, gradually she'll be,
So she measures me now, and boy did I sober up when she said, I'm not 4 centimeters.
She said you're 3, innit?
I'm 2.
You were still 2?
She said 2, yeah.
Yeah, she said 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3 centimeters.
You should not have been up here. What are you doing up here?
She was like, you should not be here.
You need to go home.
No, please don't send me home.
Go home.
I was like, please don't send me home. I'm in so much pain. Like, please. Like, I was doing the gas and air.
Yeah, she was like, what? She was like, huh? She was like,
2 centimeters.
2?
4. How did it go down?
This pain?
She said maybe she did it wrong or something. I said, no, please don't send me home. She said, okay, we're not going to send you home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, basically. And she moved us to another room.
Like a guest room in the same corridor.
Yeah, guest room. So she moves us there now.
And she said, we'll leave you there
see how you go.
Like if you obviously like dilate more, then yeah, we can obviously try and proceed with the original plan, innit?
Yeah, okay. So then I don't know what happened after that. Basically, my labor was not
basically
going anywhere.
she saw you, you was going nowhere.
I was still doing the contraction, the gas and air, blah blah. I was still in pain, blah blah. Did she measure me again?
And no, I think literally what she done is like she found another room because her job was done, because we was there like, so it was Friday night.
We went in on the Friday,
and then it came to like Saturday morning, and nothing, like there wasn't really much progress
basically.
So eventually her shift was done and she had to send us to another staff, and then they put us in another room.
Yeah, they
remember the small room?
I don't remember the small room, but I remember the other room. Yeah,
so they basically moved us upstairs
before the last room where they moved me out and I went into the thingy.
No, yeah, so it was before the last room.
I don't remember that middle room.
So there was a small room, so they moved us upstairs to like a small room, which technically she shouldn't have been moved to, because they're saying she's still not dilated enough. But I think just before the nurse left and moved us to that room, you was maybe at, I think 5 or 6.
No, I wasn't even 6 yet. Maybe
5.
4 or 5, maybe
4.5, something like that. She was like 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, because your labor has started, we're gonna move you to that room with the other staff. And then this woman, what do you call her, midwife?
Yeah, the midwife.
The midwife that was there, the new one, like she was on job still.
Is that the cool one?
Yeah, that was the one that made made the water break again.
Yeah, that I remember that.
Take it away.
Is that in the last room then? So what happened in the middle room?
That is the middle room.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So nothing really happened in
nothing.
the second
There was no staff,
so
nothing.
So the third room now
is when things
started to move very quickly, very quickly. So this was what, Saturday? Let's say Saturday. It was Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Whether it was morning, evening, afternoon, night, I don't know. It was Saturday. Contractions are still happening. I think she measured me again. I wasn't anywhere. Maybe I was 5 centimeters or something like that. Time was dragging on. Then what happened?
They was kind of just trying to not, what do you say, induce you, because inducing is that like breaking your waters and stuff like that, physically. So they was trying to not do anything, innit? So when she was like 5 centimeters in the third room, they were just saying, look, you need to walk around, you need to bounce on the ball, you need to like keep bouncing.
I remember bouncing on the ball for ages, doing the gas
and she was falling asleep bouncing on the ball. Sure, what are you saying? Nothing. Can you open your eyes? falling
was so
asleep.
tired. I was so
and
knackered.
I felt so sorry for her,
I was so knackered. Literally, I was so knackered. Like, I
was
remember
trying
just holding
so
on his hand, like, and he was sitting in front of me. I was bouncing the ball. And I was just like
sleeping, and we was.
Then I woke up with a contraction.
Yeah, and then eventually I think they came in and said, look, we're gonna have to give you, what's that injection that you said you didn't want?
Epidural.
Yeah.
Didn't they give me that after?
No, that was in the third room.
And all of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
so they done all of that in the third room.
Yeah, but I don't know the order.
So
I don't think they gave me the thingy yet.
So I think they gave you the drip first to deal with the pains.
No, that's inducing.
Yeah, so eventually I think they started to realize like you're not actually dilating any further.
So they put me on the bed now, and basically the nurse broke my waters.
She broke your waters.
I remember that so vividly, like I get flashbacks sometimes of this woman's hand up there. Her hand up there, like I don't know what she was doing, whether she was actually using her hand or what, but I'm not going to do the action, but it was actually crazy. Like she was breaking my waters. And then was you watching? You was watching,
I was watching.
God,
but you was like,
I was screaming because
I didn't know what was going on.
I was thinking, what's happening? Like I was still in a daze.
But I didn't know what was happening.
You didn't know?
She didn't say she was breaking her waters or whatever.
God.
She just went there. I thought she was just checking.
Next minute, my waters break. Whatever. Cool. Because I know for some people, their waters break at home. It could break beforehand, innit? And then, cool, labour's about to start, basically. For me, that didn't happen. Contractions came first and whatever. So cool, she broke my waters now.
And then I think you was eventually became to 7.
I was naturally getting to like 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters. But then why did they put me on the drip?
I think because they started to realize that obviously, they have to keep checking the heart rate of the baby.
Yeah.
So throughout the whole time it was fine. And then as soon as I think they broke the waters, they started noticing that the heart rate was not every time there was a contraction.
Yeah.
It kept going too low or high or.
Yeah, so basically they put me on the drip now, which I think it also induces your labor too.
So apparently this is what we need for the epidural. Don't worry, Sha. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be alright.
So what that done was speed up my contractions or do something to my contractions, make them more intense. So I'm dilating quicker. So cool, I was on that now. I maybe got to, 8 centimeters. Then they said they're going to give me the epidural. Why? I don't even know why.
Because
that's why you need someone that, before we go into that, you need someone there, that can speak for you, honestly, and is very aware of what's going on. Because if I was by myself, right, I don't know, like things could have been worse or something else could have happened. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm so out of it. And they're doing their own thing, literally. They're doing their own thing. I don't know why did they do the epidural?
Well, first of all, Shah was saying, if they say epidural, say no. So that's already my mindset. So no. But then eventually, I think the pain was getting way too much for you.
Yes.
Because it was getting so like you couldn't hack it. And then eventually, like you just said, like just do the epidural, and they kind of said like, you need to do it. And then I think they kind of already had planned at this point, because the
heart rate was
kept dropping, like stuff. They may need to prepare you for anything. So an epidural is like the
epidural is kind of preparing you for like forceps, C-section. Forceps is when they use like tongue shaped things to help bring the baby's head out, like. So basically you don't feel nothing down there because they're doing stuff down there, right? It's not a natural birth like that. So cool, they gave me the epidural. Luckily, the doctor that did it was A1. He literally came in.
Didn't take long at all.
Didn't take long at all. He knew what he was doing. A big man. He looked like he had years of experience. He came in, told me to sit up, turn towards him, like turn whatever the right way on the bed. I was scared because the thought of an epidural, everything hitting the wrong spot, all of that stuff was going through my mind, but also I was in pain. So cool, he just put the needle in, quick time, one time, done. Within, I don't know, it didn't take that long. I was numb. I was laying down in the bed because I couldn't move my feet. I couldn't move nothing. I was numb down here. From up here down, I couldn't feel nothing. Contractions, couldn't feel nothing. I couldn't feel nothing, Cool. That happened now. They're saying my contractions are still happening. I'm still dilating, right? So I'm on 8 centimeters now. This is where the story turns. I'm not going to say for the worst because Princess is here, but it turned. It definitely, basically from the start, it didn't go from they moved me out of that water birth room, where that happened. My birth plan was out the window. They said, get out of here. They're like, no. So cool, epidural came, whatever. Then
they kept monitoring like the heart rate, innit? And obviously at this point they're not really disclosing to us what's going on, innit? Because we would probably just panic. But then out of nowhere, correct me if anything else happened before this, but out of nowhere, like 10 doctors, boom, just came into the room.
What's up, guys? Just a quick ad break. Today's video is sponsored by Got Garms. If you don't know about Got Garms, you need to get to know. I know about Got Garms, do you?
Listen, I know about Got Garms. Listen, they're the people you gotta holler if you want mugs made saying like happy birthday, t-shirts, baby grows. They even got their own collection like anime stuff. Listen, whatever
anything
you need.
Want personalized, they got you.
They got you. So go check them out. Gotgarms.com. And what's the discount code?
Shaw Talks, and that is 10% off your first order. So get going.
Boom. And who was like,
oh yeah, they all came in, and you and your mum was just like,
what's going on? They said, listen, happening? Like the baby's like not reacting well. It looks like she might be stuck somewhere. Like so we're probably gonna have to do an emergency C-section.
When I heard that,
and there was like, there's nothing you can say.
I was out of it, but what can you actually say? We're on Sunday now. Well, we're on Saturday night now, basically, and yeah, Saturday night, and they're basically like, her head stuck or something like that. Yeah. Her head stuck. We need to do an emergency C-section. When I heard it, I wanted to cry.
And I think you had to sign something, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get onto that. I wanted to cry, but I said, you know what? I've just been through so much already. Like this is it, innit? Like baby girl is gonna come. She's coming either way. She's gonna come in it. Like let's just do it. So cool. I had to say yes, obviously, for them to do it. But then they brought in another doctor brought in like papers to sign, basically. So I'm looking at the paper now, and obviously I'm still in a bit of a daze and whatever, and I just found out I'm gonna have an operation. So the paper's here, the woman's reading it to me. She's like, you know, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. Please can you sign here? But she skipped the word death could happen. Yeah, I was thinking I can read, but she didn't mention it. Cool, she didn't mention it. I don't know, maybe I would have reacted differently or scared if she said it out loud, but I saw that word. So I was shitting myself. I probably was, because I had no feeling down there. But I was scared in it. And I said, let's just do it. Signed it, whatever. As soon as I signed it, they took the paper. They started wheeling me out like nothing. Like they literally started wheeling me out. And you was with me.
Yeah.
You came with me. Were they telling you couldn't come in at first?
Yes.
I don't know what was happening. It was happening so quick.
Yeah, so at the beginning, it was obviously me and my mum was with you in the room, and then obviously they said like she had to stay and only I can go. But then when it came to a certain point, they said like I can't come in any further. I was like, bruv, like I'm going in. There's no stopping me. I can be on the side, but I'm coming in. I don't know what you lot are doing.
Do you know what I mean?
And so
that was scary.
We came in. So now we've got moved to the 4th room, and this is like an emergency operations room. Yeah,
where you have the C-section.
Oh, blood. Yeah.
So he's gloved up. He's put
they put the aprons on me and everything.
He's looking like a doctor, basically.
Oh my days.
So I'm there laying there. They're talking to me, asking me loads of questions. I don't even remember the questions. Told me to take off my jewelry. He took them off for me. They were prodding my leg saying, can I feel this, can I feel that? No, they gave me another injection or something. And then they were like, can you feel this? I was like, no, I can't feel it. It's fine, I can't feel it. They put up the blue sheet, so I couldn't see nothing. I was just laying there. Amazi was next to me, like literally on this side. Yeah, eventually.
They didn't let me like sit next to her at the beginning. I was quite far away actually. Like they had to do their whole thing first. So I was in the room quite far away. Shark could see me, I think. I don't know. But then eventually, once they finished doing what they're doing, like one of the doctors said, look, like go sit with her and like hold her hand.
Yeah, so he literally sat right next to me by my head, basically. And things were going on. I was feeling prodding, pulling, all sorts of stuff going on. And I don't know, do you know how long I was there for?
Probably, from when we got into the room,
yeah,
easily an hour.
Okay, an hour to do the whole thing.
I felt
like I was there for days. I felt like I was there for so long.
Nah, it was like fairly quick because it had to be, innit? It's an emergency.
Yeah, they had to be quick. So yeah, he was there supporting me. He was like, it's gonna be alright, whatever. You know, do you remember anything you were saying?
Yeah, I just said it's okay. Like it's fine. Like don't worry,
she's coming.
It's okay.
All of
yeah,
this
she's
stuff.
gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
So cool. So I can feel a big pull now. And I'm like to Amazi, look for me, like, because I obviously can't see nothing. So I'm like, look, is she out? Is she out? He's like, yeah, she's out. She's out.
Before we go to that stage, yeah, like, because obviously, remember, Shah's not even.
I'm out of it.
She's out of it.
Out of it. Imagine 3 days of labor.
Yeah. So now we're in the early hours of Sunday, innit?
Yeah.
At this point, early hours of Sunday.
2 a.m. Yeah.
And so there's a few doctors and nurses, and there's like some trainee doctors and nurses as well.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so it seems like they obviously they cut her open, and they're trying to get they know her name. They're trying to get Anaya out of Charlene, innit? And it seems like she's stuck somewhere, innit? And then all I'm hearing is the trainee, because it looks like it's the trainee that's trying to get Anaya out. I don't know if she's doing it with her hands or doing it with a clamp, or I don't know how it works. I think it was her hands, because she's saying,
I don't want to touch the wrong thing.
Yeah, like I can feel it, but I don't want to pull the wrong thing. I was thinking,
and the thing is, I could hear as well, and I was thinking,
yo,
how
get
are you saying this? Like, how are you saying
get out of the room. Yeah, like this is an emergency. Like this ain't a joke, innit?
It's not
like,
a joke.
Like,
why are we playing operations?
Pull the wrong thing. You better just sit aside and watch. How they do it.
And the thing is, I told them on my birth plan, they asked you, do you want a trainee, whatever, a student nurse in the room, student midwife in the room? I said, I don't mind.
I knew that would happen. I was trying to switch it off before we started.
You didn't try it. How can you try it?
I'm sorry.
So I said to them, I don't mind them being in a room, but I don't want them to do anything. Like I don't want them to do anything.
Yeah.
And they were like to me, they're not going to do anything. If anything, they will just support and help.
Yeah.
So I said, cool. These times I'm hearing in the operation room, she's saying the most important thing, taking a night out. She's talking about she's scared to pull the wrong thing. I said, wait, what is going on here? Couldn't do nothing about it. Whatever. So eventually,
I don't know who took her out. I don't think it was a trainee doctor, because
I think the other doctor took control.
I think the other doctor took control, because it seemed like Charlene was feeling pains as well, because it's like they're pulling.
I was like, I could actually say I was saying I can feel it, and then I said, because there was a doctor behind my head as well, like going back and forth, and I was like, I can feel it. I couldn't obviously feel like intense pain, but I could feel pulling in it, and that's what I said to them. I can feel pulling, and he was like, it's fine, it's okay, it's normal, it's fine. So cool. Anaya's out now, so I'm like to Amazi.
Yeah, so let me take it from here, because you didn't see nothing.
Okay.
So anyways, the doctor takes Anaya out, and the first thing Shah's saying is like,
is she crying?
Yeah, like I can't hear anything. Like,
I can't hear anything.
Why is she not crying, innit? And obviously I can see.
And beforehand, I explained to Amazi, like, when they're first born, they cry.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
And you know that they're all right. Like, it's good.
So obviously, she's already noticed as soon as like Anaya's out, because she can stop feeling pulling and everything.
Yeah.
Like everything's like, it's gone a little quiet now. There's a little bit of like rush in the operation room, but there's no crying, no nothing. So I was like, oh, I can't hear her. Is she crying? At this point, I saw them take Anaya out, and she's basically lifeless, innit? And I'm just like, I froze, innit? So Shah's asking me, is she crying? And I said, like, I can't. She said she can't hear her, like, is she crying? And I just had to say, like, yeah, she cried, like, I can hear her. They just moved her, like, they put her, like.
Yeah,
like,
so he lied to me, basically.
I don't know what to say.
I'm grateful that he lied to me, because imagine, I would have been off that table. Somehow, I would have rolled off. I would have been off if he told me
intestines falling
she
out.
Wasn't, like, crying. She wasn't breathing or anything in it. Like, I would have been panicking to the panic. Well, no, I don't even know what to say, but yeah.
But so then, like, I see them carry her and put her into like a little like
incubator or something.
Like kind of like an incubator. They kind of put her like on a bed, like a small bed for the babies to kind of do like an operation, and it seemed like they were just trying to like resuscitate her in it. And it was like kind of traumatizing to watch, bruv. I was thinking, what? And then I've got Shah right next to me thinking, where's my child? And I'm like praying in my head, and I'm telling her, no, you're good. And I'm just like, oh my days. It was it was mad. Like, it was mad just to see, because it's like you don't know, innit, what's happening, innit? It's not in your control.
Nothing's in your control at that
They're
point.
obviously calm and like doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
Obviously they've been in that situation many a times.
Yeah.
And yeah, so at that point I'm just kind of waiting, and then eventually you hear her cry.
Eventually I hear her cry.
And then Shaw's like, I can hear her cry.
And then I'm crying as well. Oh, that was such a beautiful moment when I heard her cry. Like, honestly, my heart literally like, my heart hugs me. It hugged me, because when I heard her cry a little, I was just like, oh man, it was crazy. Where is she? I can't see her. Where is she though? Like, I can hear her. Where is she? So then they bring her over, because they're still sewing me up. They're sewing me up, closing me up. Blah, 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 blah. They did that quite quick, I feel like. And then they give the baby to you, no? Yeah,
they give the baby to me. Obviously, I recite a bit of the Quran. I can't remember whether it was the Adhan or Surah Al-Fatiha or something. I remember my mum and you were saying, yeah, do that. So, man, done that. And then, I don't know, was you looking at her? Could you see her? She was in my arms.
I was looking at you.
Obviously Shah can't hold her, because Shah's laying down and like, she's like...
I wasn't able to really move that much in it, so my head was literally like this.
I can't remember if she was like crying or anything, but she was just there, innit? Like, so peaceful and chilling, and I was just holding her. And it was amazing.
And then eventually you gave her, did you give her to me in there?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think I held her for the first time. So cool, they closed me up and whatever, took the blue thing down, whatever, cleaned me up, wheeled me out now into another like side kind of, another part of the ward basically, curtains, they drew it and whatever. Then that's when I held her.
Well, some stuff happened before that, I think.
Before that?
Wait, did that? No, that's it. They brought you into the room with the baby, and then then you started breastfeeding her, innit?
Then they put her on me, and I was just in love, guys. I was in love with that little princess. Like, I cannot explain the feeling. It's just so magical. It's literally so like, and the fact that I was in labor for 3 days, basically 3 days, and then this like beautiful like person just comes out, and it's just like, she's perfect. I know everyone says that about their baby, but it's literally like just a perfect little human, like so innocent, just oh guys, I can't even explain, but I just felt in that moment so much love for her, like, and so much love for Amazi, but at the same time I wasn't really he was there, but I was just in awe with Anaya, and like, she was on me, she was so tiny. At this point she was probably like that big, in it. And then they were like, do you want to breastfeed? I was like, yeah, I do. They whip out the thing, and then tried my thing. Obviously I was a bit of a struggle at first and whatever. If you want to know more about that story and breastfeeding and postpartum, I don't know how to say it, basically after birth and all of that stuff, I'll do a video on that, so let me know. So yeah, I breastfed her, and then we was there for a little bit. You called your mum, because his mum was she still in the room that we left her in, or?
I think so. No, I think I can't remember where she was waiting, but yeah, so we
called her, and then you was just like, yeah, Anaya's here. She's all right. Charlene's all right. I don't know. She said, we'll see you soon. They're just doing their checks and whatever. We'll see you soon. So then we moved to another room now. And yeah, his mom saw her, obviously was in love. We just got to spend a little bit of time with her and her little self. And yeah.
And I think we wasn't actually allowed to stay over that time.
No, that night you weren't allowed.
Yeah, so we was only allowed to visit for a certain time.
Yeah.
But it was nice to just know, look, Shah's with Anaya.
Yeah, she's
Anaya's healthy.
Yeah.
The nurses are there, like, they're all good. And to be fair, like, shout out to Newham General, man. I know a lot of people say bad things about them, but they were right, man.
I feel like it's also to do with the midwives that you have. Like, they need to be supportive. Like, that midwife that broke my waters, like, she was literally rooting for me. She was like, next time I come on my shift, you're gonna have her already. Obviously, I don't even know if that happened when her next shift was. I don't think so, because it was actually that morning, Sunday morning. She left Saturday night. So she was like, you're gonna have her, don't worry, like, just do your thing, she's gonna come, don't worry, innit? So she was so encouraging, like, she was funny, she was saying, this baby's behaving like a boy, are you sure you're not having a boy? All of this stuff, like, so it was really nice to have such a supportive midwife. And I think that's what sometimes it comes down to, someone that you know you can trust. and you're in good hands. So depending on the hospital, some have bad reviews, but I think it comes down to the midwives and how they treat you in that sense, rather than the whole hospital experience kind of thing, if that makes sense. What else would you like to say? I don't know, but
I think the rest isn't really to do with the pregnancy itself. I mean, like the labor thing, but I mean, I think I already spoke about it in the other video. Yeah, that first poop. Oh God.
So obviously I couldn't get up, I couldn't move practically in it for quite a few days. My legs were numb and I could barely move them in it because the epidural was still in me, so it needed to wear off.
She probably could move, she just wanted me to suffer.
No, I wanted to be up and active, but I couldn't. So obviously the baby poos for the first time, and I explained to Amazi beforehand. I don't know if you remembered at that point.
No, you didn't explain. You didn't explain.
Did I explain then?
You didn't explain at all.
No, I did. I said it's normal.
You made me. Yes. Okay. Maybe.
No, I did explain beforehand. I thought, listen, this guy knows how prepared I was in terms of this baby. Yeah, I used to write.
I thought you was joking.
I used to tell him everything. Like I used to watch videos every day. I told him a few times.
No, she did tell me.
The baby's poo.
The first one is like
gonna be
black tar.
Black tar. That's the only way that it's described. Obviously, she poos now. I'm basically asleep.
She's asleep. I look around. There's no midwife.
There's no midwife.
I look around. There's no nurse. I'm like, Anaya, what is this?
And that's it. He had to change her.
I thought she was an alien. I was like, what is this?
He had to change her. I wanted to see that poo so badly, but I was so out of it.
Goodness.
I was like, whatever. So he changed her, and he was just like, Shah, is this normal? And I was half awake, and I was like, yeah. Like, it is fine. It's fine.
Did you mention on other videos like how long you was in the hospital for after birth, and do you want to add it on this or not really? I mean, it's a small segment.
Yeah, it's a small little thing. So basically, after I had Anaya, I was in the hospital for 5 days, and that could have probably been a whole week. But I was like, on that 5th day, I was like, get me out of here, to one of the nurses. Like, this is just, why am I still here? Because they wanted to monitor me. They wanted to check Anaya's weight, because apparently Anaya lost a little bit too much weight. Babies lose weight in the first few days, but they're saying, oh, she lost too much weight, so they need to monitor her feeding, monitor this, monitor that. I also had a blood transfusion. So much things, when I tell you happened, yeah, labor and birth is not a joke. It's not a joke. But always stay positive. Always stay positive. Throughout that whole thing, I was just thinking nothing bad's gonna happen. Like, everything's fine. It just happens the way it's happening. So cool. I had a blood transfusion. Why? Because I think I lost too much blood. I think that's usually why you have them. So I lost too much blood. When they said that, I said, what? Someone else's blood in me? That sounds a bit... What can I do? What can I do? Die or take someone else's blood? Literally. So I said, okay, cool. Had the blood transfusion now. So that was part of the days that I was there. They were giving me... I had about 10 different medicines. Don't even know why. I had to also take them home. 10 different medicines to take, so they would come every morning, afternoon, night, and give them to me.
So many pills.
And I don't even know what I was taking. I was just so out of it still. So cool, taking my pills. So they wanted to monitor, like I said, they wanted to monitor both of us now. So it got to the 5th day. Amazi was allowed to stay with me, I think, after the 2nd day or something like that, because we had moved to another ward where people can stay with you. So you stayed with me. He was bringing me food every day. Not that I was eating it. I was just like there. I was just there, and I was just caring about the baby and what she was eating. And I was trying to eat. Like, he bought KFC, he bought everything, anything I wanted, he would buy or bring from home. But I just wasn't really eating it. So cool. Got to the 5th day now, and I was just like, they were still telling me they don't think I can go home today. I said, oh, Mozzie, I can't do this. Like, I actually can't do it. Imagine you're just stuck in these full curtains, not even walls, full curtains, yeah? And you're hearing babies there crying, you're hearing parents saying they're going, they're hearing this, you're hearing that, nurses all the time. You just want to be at home with your newborn and start living your life. Like, why am I still in the hospital 5 days later? And I'm able to walk at this point as well. Like, I'm still walking like a grandma because my back's all, yeah, but I'm able to walk, I'm able to do things. I can go now, like, see me out. So cool, I was like to Amazi, like, what are they saying? They're saying we can go. He said no. I said, Amazi, I can't do this. Like, I literally can't do this. I want to go. I started crying. I want to go home. Like, I wanna go. He said, cool, I'm gonna chat to them. He went to speak to the nurse.
that conversation was so weird. I think I just said, listen, like,
she wants to go.
We need to go now. Like, we can do everything you want at home.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, that's fine, you can go.
Literally, she said, okay, that's fine, you can go.
I was like,
excuse me?
What?
So what, could I have said this a couple of days ago then, and you would have been like, fine, you can go. Like, I don't understand. The way she said it with ease, she didn't even say, let me go and ask this person, or
okay.
I need to check this.
You can leave in the next hour or something
okay,
like that.
I'm going to sort out the paperwork, you can go.
But I think, you know what it was? I think they checked like the numbers and stuff, and it looked like Anaya was at a safe stage.
Yeah, it
because
must have been that.
Was we introducing a little bit of formula milk at that point?
Yeah, we was trying to give her
because I think the problem was as well, like, it was her weight in it, and she wasn't latching properly.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that she was gaining weight and fast because they were trying to hold us in there for days, innit? So we basically decided I'm still breastfeeding her, but also give her formula to help boost that, you know, and make her put on weight more essentially, innit? So she's, you know, whatever. So yeah, so she reached a decent weight, and they were like, cool, you can go, basically. I think they were just like, bye. Discharged us a few hours later. That was really nice to just go home. It was really cute, like Emerson, our like best friend.
Oh man, he was there like, I feel like he was there every day. But
he was literally there every day on the phone, like trying to come to the hospital. We're like, bro, you can't really come. Like, there's no way.
Do you need anything? Do you want this? Do you want that?
Like, he's so supportive. We love him, man. But he was literally, that day we left now, he was the first person at the house waiting for us outside.
And you know them ones when you say, listen, no one's coming to the yard.
Yeah, you're
but
like,
there's certain people that it doesn't matter what you say. They're there, and that's the family, man, and they know. So
he was there. He was literally there, and yeah. So when he saw her, he was just like in awe. I'll probably insert a picture of him and her when he first held her. But yeah, it was so nice going home. Like, I literally videoed, and I was like, Anaya, like, you're outside. And hi, princess. You are in the car. You're going home now. All she's known is my belly and the hospital. I was only deep in it the other day. I said it on my snap. She wasn't born. She was in the hospital for 5 days after she was born, so she didn't see the outside. Then when we got to the outside, it was nighttime, basically. It was dark. It was like 7 p.m. in the winter, so it was dark outside. So she had never seen daylight and proper outside innit. So I was like, raw. Yeah, I was deep in it the other day. I was like, that girl didn't know nothing. Like, she didn't know where she was. Nothing. Everything is new. So just wanted to add that little bit. I don't know why that I did, but yeah, everything is so brand new to them. So she was just in the car, and I was videoing, this is outside, you're home now, blah blah blah. Took her up in the car seat, and yeah, we was home.
Yeah, man.
Crazy, right? Crazy. And I will do another video. I keep adding videos, but everything is ongoing, isn't it? Parenthood. But I will do another video about the postpartum. I can't even say that word, but after the birth, taking her home, how that was, how my healing was recovering from C-section. I'll do a small little video regarding that. But as for this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Is there anything else you want to add? I think we pretty much said everything that we could remember. I'm obviously going to insert clips. You would have seen them already. Yeah, it was a very, very intense few days. But like I said, she's a blessing, and I'm so grateful that I made it through it, and she did also. You know, I didn't plan on giving birth that way, having a C-section. Some people do, some people don't. I didn't plan to. I wanted a natural birth, you know, push her out, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, I cannot, you know, wish it any other way, because, you know, she's here at the end of the day, and I'm fine. You know, I recovered well quite quickly too. And what can I can't complain. Like, yes, I wanted it that way, happened this way, but everything's good. Do you know what I mean? She's here. That's all that matters. So if you're in the same position and you wanted your birth this way and you didn't get it that way, don't be disheartened, because at the end of the day, like, as long as your baby's good and you're good, like, everything's good. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. And don't let people convince you, oh, you need to have the baby this way. If you want a C-section, you've never had a baby before, you want a C-section, have a C-section. Like there's
Yeah.
it, like, do you know what I mean? There's
I'm gonna be real.
ways.
There was.
different ways.
I'm not too sure if you remember that guy that was there with his wife, the Asian guy. He said,
had
look,
like 3 kids or something.
Yeah, he said, listen, like I told them, I think the baby was due maybe like next week. He said, my wife's in pain. I've told them I want a C-section today.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not waiting around. She's in pain. She don't like it. She's in pain. C-section.
She doesn't mind C-section, so that's it. Let's just get the baby
each
out.
to their own. Each to their own, man. You do what's best for you.
What can we say in it? Like, at the end of the day, it's just about your health and your baby's health, and that's what matters, isn't it? So, like I said, don't be disheartened. Just pray on things, and if you're not religious, just hope for the best, innit? Just have a positive mindset. Just, you know, just think everything's gonna be all right no matter what. But yeah, man, yeah, it's crazy. Labor's crazy. The whole experience was crazy for me. I didn't think I could be able to hack any of it once the contraction started, but I managed to get far. And yeah, man, next time could be different. Next time could be different, who knows? But yeah, I'm so grateful my baby girl's here, and that's about it. That is about it. He wants me to end the video, but you know, guys, I like to have a you know what this is. You know the what are those films called? As a Marvel film.
The ones that they just never stop.
They never stop. You think it's ending, you leave the cinema, and you hear it's still going on. That's me in this video. You put the phone down thinking, okay, the video's done. These times I'm still talking. But anyways,
the video's done.
It's because I love recording, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So thank you guys very much for watching, like I said. Hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Ooh. Always. Bye.
Peace.